Say everybody, welcome back to today's video, and today I'm going to touch on something briefly, something that we're all going to go through, or something that we all have gone through. If you've been in any business for any length of time, eventually the day is going to come when you hit a dry spell. If you're a long distance runner, if you run a marathon, eventually you get to the point where you hit that wall. Well, when that happens, whether you're in business or you're running in a race, the time comes when you have to find another gear. And as we know, there's going to come a time when everybody will hit a dry hole. Just like a wildcat oil man in Texas or Oklahoma, years ago when he was asked a question, what do you do when you hit a dry hole? He calmly says, all I do is just drive down the road and start drilling a new one. Same thing here. Whether you have a campaign, a marketing campaign that's kind of gone stale and not producing the results that you expect, you get distracted. Other things can pop up to distract you. It can kind of knock you off course. Eventually, you're going to look down one day at your budget and realize you're starting to miss some numbers. When that happens, you're going to catch that chill of doubt. And that's where the real struggle can begin. Because while you're going through all that stuff, that pain, you're watching other people succeed. And that is something that at times is difficult to deal with. So the best way to handle this type of a situation is on the front end, expect it. So what do? What's the best thing to do when you hit that dip? Well, the best thing to do is to go back to basics, the self-help basics. Everybody knows what those are. The easiest thing to do is to go and grab a book, read a book. Start to get good stuff back into your head. At the same time, listen and watch audio and videos. Everyone out there has their favorite book, audio, and video to go to. Lean on those items during your time when you hit that dip, and it's going to help you immensely. The other thing you can do is get online. There's plenty of training out there. You've got people that you follow. You can go to your back office. There's plenty of educational material out there. Get on a live video. Get on a team call. Get on a conference call. Go through training. Spend time learning once again. It's time to get the rust off of you. Get the rough edges off and sharpen that saw, as they say. Other thing is find yourself a peer group. Plenty of forums out there. There's plenty of groups that you can resonate and identify with. But most important of all, contact your mentor. That person that is your go-to guy or gal that you can lean on, that will listen to you, but also is going to realize there's going to come a time when they're going to kick you in the butt and tell you to go out there and get it right. Something else you can do when that doubt pops up, you can begin to get creative. Reach back, start to dig, create some content to sell. As they say, everybody has a book inside them. Maybe it's time for you to start writing that book. Create some new business cards. Take a look at what you've got. Create your, or refine your brand. Identify your brand. Has it changed? Other things is you can identify 3 areas in business or life where you can save money. And while you're doing that, you're going to stumble across areas where you can make money. Start a new blog series. Something that we all need to do. We get kind of stale if we're not careful, and plan a launch date. Get a calendar, circle a date, and that's your target. That's what you're going to shoot for. Other things, you can team up, you can collaborate with others, try to partner up with somebody with like ideas, syndicate a deal. As you share, you're also going to learn. Jump into a research mode, start to dig, learn something new. Record a new video series. You don't have to publish it right away. Put it on the shelf, refine it, and one day launch and publish it. The other thing is take a look at the photo stock that you use. Update it, photos of yourself. If you have any office, building, business, or product images, it might be time to update those too. A few other things you can do to help get yourself out of that rut is it's time to reach out. By that I mean go out there and find some old contacts. Go back as far as you possibly can when you started your business and start to contact and follow up with those people. Take some time to send a handwritten note, a message to those people. Surprise them. You'll be surprised at the benefits that can come back at you. Gather testimonials from current customers, or the other thing you can do is interview somebody. Somebody that you follow, whether it be locally or regionally. You can do a conference call. You can shoot a video if they're local. And by doing that, their followers are going to create a new audience for you. And finally, never forget to give of yourself. Volunteer your time in your community, and that in itself is going to be very rewarding. And as a final note, make yourself to be held accountable. Tell someone that you're going through a little bit of a tailspin. Talk to your mentor. They're going to help you, and you're going to have somebody that you're going to have to look up to and answer to be held accountable, to be able to work your way through this. Learn from this so that when you do finally come out the other end successfully, you can talk to others and tell them about your experience. One thing for sure is don't fall off the radar. Do not go run and hide. And when you find areas where you are going to be able to achieve some success, ramp up those areas as high and as fast as you can. Retool and correct the others that you can have some control over. Look at this as an experience. You're a captain or a pilot on a rocket ship. You're flying to the moon, or you picked a spot, and on your journey, it's nothing more than having to change direction, change course, correct course, so that you do hit your target on time. One thing to keep in mind is that you will fix this in the process, what you're going through. And the final note is don't give up. And those famous 3 words, just show up and do the work. Have a great rest of the day. We'll talk again tomorrow. Take care.